Hi, I'm Sherry and welcome to The Eyes Have It. Because I've ordered from Anastasia Beverly Hills website, I received an email that they had a new palette out. Of course, I went to go look at it. And it looked pretty unusual. Lots of really bright colors. And I tried to resist. Well, as you can imagine, I didn't resist. I went ahead and got it. FYI, for those of you who haven't shopped on Anastasia's website before, this palette is on Sephora for the same price. Alright, so here is the new palette. It's called the Artist Palette. And it's got a very colorful watercolor sort of cover. That pretty much gives you a taste of what's going to be inside, because this is one colorful palette. So here is a look at the whole thing. And then I'm going to go through and swatch. There are a mixture of formats in there. There's some matte, there's some shimmer, there's some metallic. It also comes with a brush. I forgot to use the brush. I have used the colors. I've used the palette twice now, including today, but I forgot to use the brush. But you get a double-headed brush. They are not identified. But I would say that this is probably a standard shadow brush for the lid, and this is a blending brush. The brushes, I will say, don't look great. This brush is very stiff. There's not a lot of give to it. And this brush, there's just so much give, and it's so loose that I'm not sure it would be great for blending. But anyhow. My experience so far is that these colors, they go on quite intense, and they are also a little powdery, I gotta say. Compared to the Anastasia individual eyeshadow pans that I've used, and I have quite a lot of those now, the few that I've used seem very powdery, especially the Dusty Rose. And the Dusty Rose is a matte, by the way. Alright, so let's get started. Top row, you have Dusty Rose, which is a matte, Aubergine or Eggplant, which appears to be just a slight, like a satin or shimmer, Anaconda, which is a shimmer green, Punch Fuchsia, which is a very purple, pinky purple, Buttery, which is just a very pale yellow. Buttery's not going to show up real well because it's just a really pale color. But the other ones I thought were quite pigmented. So the last color in the first row is Blue Velvet. It's a very intense blue. Okay, nice color pigmentation. Then starting in the second row, we have Coal, which I can't quite tell if that's a matte or a satin. And I'm assuming it's black, but it's between maybe a gray and a black. It's not a super dark black. Okay, so that's Coal. This is called Unicorn, and it is a bluish purple, and it's got a little metallic in it. Okay, the next one is Fresh with a PH, and this is what I wore with the Blue Velvet yesterday. Bright yellow. Okay, so there's those, Coal, Unicorn, and Fresh, and Blue Velvet. So now we have, I think, one of the prettiest colors in the whole palette. I haven't tried it yet. It's metallic, and it's called Baby I'm a Star. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm not 100% sure what it is. I think it's a really deep purple. And it's definitely got metallic, it's definitely got silver glitter. Silver or gold glitter in it. Okay. Baby I'm a Star. Orange You Fancy. This one is sort of a pale orange, barely shimmer, I would say. Not super sparkly. And Beigely is the last one, which I was wondering this morning when I was putting my makeup on, why would you call that Beigely? It's not even beige, it's silver. I don't know. It looks silver to me. And it's definitely shimmer. I don't see any glitter in it. It's a really nice, smooth shimmer. It's a very pretty color. I just don't know why they called it Beigely. Alright, so there are the last three, which are Baby I'm a Star, Orange You Fancy, and Beigely. This morning I used Aubergine and Dusty Rose, these two on the top row right here. I used this all over my lid, and then I used this in the outer V and sort of pulled it in. And then yesterday I wore Blue Velvet in the outer V with Fresh in the middle of the lid and Buttery in the inner lid. And that looked really pretty too. But I mean, it was a very bold look, but it looked really, really pretty. So I think I'm really going to like this. I did not notice when I used Fresh. Yeah, I can run my finger around in Fresh and I don't get the powderiness that I got from Dusty Rose this morning. Maybe because it's matte, I don't know. So I just wanted to give you a first look at that. So it's 12 shades. It says 12 high contrast shades, ideal for creating custom looks and colors. I'm pretty happy with the two looks that I've created so far. This one I put on about 9 or 9:30 this morning, and it's now after 2, so yeah, it has worn off a bit because when you have hooded eyes, you know, you're opening and closing your eyes and you know, things wear off a little bit. Even with primer, I feel like it has dulled down a good bit since I put it on. If you like to experiment with, you know, really interesting colors, this is a palette that you might want to have. If I'm remembering correctly, this palette is $30 on both Sephora.com and AnastasiaBeverlyHills.com. All right, that's it for now. See you next time. Bye.